I know exactly what I'm doing. DFG, you heard? Yeah, I'm from the streets where the hood was swallowing me. Bullets are following me. These haters out to get me. Look how this product fit me. We move around with blickies. I got that bag, not a stash. Thick as Lionel Richie's Jag riding out the 50. Many men wish death upon me. Don't hold your breath, a nigga step and get pressed to concrete. I'm God's blessed. I don't stress, I get dressed to R&B. Teflon on, doing duets with an Aubrey. It be some tragic shit. Paramedics looking sad as shit. Throw a sheet over you like a magic trick. This Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
Did you ever regret turning yourself in, like after you in jail, like, damn, nobody wouldn't have known this and maybe I shouldn't have turned myself in?
Nah, because it would have always bothered me, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really about what people knew or nothing like that for me. Like, it was kind of more just something that I needed to do. You know, I didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't obviously like what anybody would say or, you know.
So you turned yourself in knowing that you may not ever come out of jail again because you say you thought about that movie Life.
No, he didn't know.
Oh, he did.
That bro was dead until
John died.
Right. Even I mean, but you're right though. Even when I went in, when I turned myself in, I thought I was like, you know, because it was a possibility. I didn't know, but I'm like, he might have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, right now I'm gonna turn myself in. If nothing happened, I'm gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, it's a possibility that he did die.
But you went back multiple times.
No, I went back twice.
Twice.
You know what I mean? The
Right.
first time I went, the dude said, all right, let me get your number. Yeah, he gave him my number. He gave me his card. He was like, yo, if we're gonna look into this. If we figure something out, we're gonna call you. All right, is that okay? I was like, yeah, all right, cool. So I left and then lost that phone. Right? So then I'm like, damn. Because I was gonna just wait for them to call me. We wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. I was just gonna wait for them to call me. But when I lost the phone, I'm like, damn. And this is my chance to really understand what happened that night. So I'm like, listen, all right, I'm going back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask him one last time, and then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I went back, and that was that. He was like, he said, oh, wait right here. I went in the back, came back out. He was like, when did you say that happened? I was like, da-da-da-da-da. He was like, yo, step back here for a minute. He's like, what? And then he started asking me more and more questions. Like, so what time you think it was? Was it at night? He said, what year was it? I said, 1993. He said, like, when do you think it was? I was like, I knew, because I remember it was around my birthday. I had on this brown jacket. I always remembered the jacket I had on. So I was like, it was like in the fall, like, it wasn't really that cold yet. So he was like, about November, October, like around that? I was like, yeah, around that time. He was like, yeah. So he was like, yo, you just keep, you just kept asking me, like, so then come to find out that's what it, you know, it was definitely what I was talking about. You know.
And did you, when everything was presented in front of you, was that the actual situation?
Yeah. And we went to court. To actually see, because you know, I of course I confessed, so it's like, why would you go to trial?
That's my next question.
So, but my lawyer was like, listen, that might not be your case. You know what I'm saying? So let's make them pick everything apart, you know, so you can see all of the facts. We could all see all of the facts there and then look at everything and make sure that was the case that you was talking about.
Yeah, because you ain't want them to plant no body on
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, yo, you sure? Like, you know, it could have been anything, or it could have been something else. Or,
right.
You know, so.
Did you know in your heart that it wasn't?
Yeah, in a way I kind of did. I was like, and then when they showed me, I think they showed me his face. And I was like, that kind of looked like the dude. But even then, like, I started being skeptical, like, who knows? Like, I don't want to get railroaded. I don't really want to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let's just take it to trial. You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't want to go to jail, why did you turn yourself in?
I mean, I didn't want to, but I knew I had to.
You just wanted to confess.
Yeah, I just wanted to get. I wanted to get that
Off your spirit.
off of my spirit. You know what I mean?
How
I
much
didn't
worse?
want to for 1 minute.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever think about a Catholic church?
Of course, my son's mother used to say that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like, you know, you feel like, I used to tell her, like, look, like, you know, stuff be weighing heavy on me. Like, you know, I apologize for a lot of things I be doing, but you know, a lot of things be on my mind. And, you know what I'm saying? I think she was actually one of the people that I actually told about it. Like a little before I came in, I told her, I said, look, this happened. You know, I really feel like, you know, I might turn myself in for this one day. And she was like, why would you do that? All you got to do is, you know, go, you know,
Confess your
you know,
sin.
go confess your sins, and you know, but you know, that's not totally, you know, correct. Even the priest would tell you, you need to turn yourself in.
You actually have to pay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when people say that, you know, I know more, you know, that it's just more out of instinct. Like, yo, you know, you could have did this or that or this, you know, you know. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, I just listen. You know what I'm saying?
You turned yourself in. You did your time. Do it still bother you?
I mean, it bothers me. It's one of those things now that I kind of think about. You know, I have to know like what does a person that kills someone, like what does that look like in society? You know what I mean? You know, so what, you know, that's what I think about now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can't stay, you know, stuck on what happened anymore. You know what I mean?
Because you can't change it.
Yeah, I can't change it.
Right.
You know, so all I can do now is just, you know, accept it.
Did your part.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like all I can do is accept what I've done, what I've been through. Like, you know, what can I do? I have to live. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any contact with the family?
Nah, they when I understand the brother-in-law, he contested, you know, the whole thing. You know, he didn't even really feel like I should have turned myself in. You know what I'm saying? But none of his family ever tried to contact me or anything. You know what I'm saying?
How much worse did you feel when you found out he actually passed?
I felt way worse than I felt, just, you know, because I mean, I didn't have no bodies, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, you never really could prepare yourself to know that you killed somebody if you just,
Right.
that's not your MO, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, like I really killed somebody, like, you know? So I'm like, you know, it was like, it just changed how I view myself, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I felt like, you know how you go through life and you could, you know, just tell yourself like, well, you know what I mean? You've been through a lot of stuff and people say this and this and that, but you ain't killed nobody, you know what I mean?
Right.
You good, like, you know, like, spiritually, like, you know, as you assess yourself, you know.
At least I didn't do
Yeah,
this.
at least I didn't do that,
Right.
or at least, you know,
Right.
you know, so, but now I'm like, damn, I did do that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is me now, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was rough, man. After that moment he told me, the DA told me that I did that, it was like,
How did your family feel?
my family, they you know, because, you know, they didn't know I was gonna do that, obviously, so I had to call them. And, you know, they were just supportive. You know, they were just like, yo, don't worry, you know, we gonna come see you. Most of them really didn't think I was gonna do time. They were like, no, you gonna be all right, you know, don't worry about it, you know, probably wasn't what you think it is and stuff like that. So they just tried to be optimistic, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it became apparent after a while that I was gonna do some time.
Right. Did you get criticized on the inside for it?
Oh yeah, you know, dudes, they understand that, you know what I mean? But it was like, you know, that's one thing about jail. Like, jail is like, you know, after a while, it's like we all in here, bro. Like it ain't even nothing like you see it all in there. You know what I mean? So brothers, after a while, dudes, I was just another number in there with everybody else. You know what I mean? Dudes got their own struggles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was there anybody that you didn't expect that didn't show up, like show love when you was locked up? You was in jail?
Nah.
Anybody that you didn't expect, like,
that
that you expected to come
come.
see you and show love, write you letters?
I mean, honestly, it was like kind of at that point, you know, I thought that relationship that I was in, like more so like out in the street, like, you know, with like females I knew, friends that I knew, you know what I mean, would come see me, you know what I'm saying? But when it didn't happen, I wasn't upset, you know what I mean? Because it was like I understood that was my, you know, that was my journey, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like brothers, you know, like how could you be upset for something that, you know, you initiated, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know.
What about Mama Love?
Yeah, now Mom Love, man, she, you know, she stays consistent, you know. You know, Mom Love.
Ain't no love like mama love,
Yeah,
son.
No love like
you know
Mama
what I'm saying?
Love.
It was always beautiful to see her. Whenever she came, my brother, he used to come up and see me all the time, you know what I mean? My brothers. So, you know, I was just, you know, I realized the importance of family being in there more so. I was always a family oriented guy though, but, you know, more so when I was in there, you know.
Who came to visit you? Like, as far as like your industry friends, who came to visit you?
Not a lot of people. Like a couple of the Bad Boy Street Team members came. You know what I mean? You know, not a lot of people, man. I was talking to people on the phone. You know what I mean? Type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But dudes ain't really pull up. You know, dudes. But don't get me wrong. Like dudes were supportive. Yo, you need something? Yo, I'm saying, give me your info. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, that was as far as it went. You know, dude. Like I said, I didn't expect, you know, anything from anybody. You know?
I'll be honest with you. You're a good man. And she felt something. And coming from the environment that we come from, not everybody is in tune with that feeling. So for you, for this to even be weighing on you throughout the years, it's a reflection of how good you are
Fundamentally.
Well,
on the inside.
I agree. I appreciate it,
Mhm.
and I could add on to that and say, I think dudes are just, most people are just, they'll feel it, but they're afraid to show it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they afraid to like, yo, you know, this is how I'm feeling. You know, because we're kind of taught to, you know,
The mask.
keep this facade. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I guess that was where I differed. You know what I mean? I didn't really care, you know, how people would perceive what I was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
But you kept it to yourself to the point where you turned to drugs just to dial it down.
right.
You
So I
felt it, but
yeah.
you found a way to suppress
I
it.
don't know. We see that all the time and usually don't know what it is.
Like you see somebody crying out for help, right? You're like,
And
wow.
we
like, what's
usually
wrong?
don't know what the root of it is. You know what I mean?
Because if you found out the root, there's a chance that you would cut them off.
Or
If
you
it
would
was
change
something,
your
if it was
perception.
something terrible, you'd
Or-
be like.
No, it's mostly they feel like. you
But
feel.
that's what I'm talking to. That's what I'm. Yes.
Right.
That's what
we
I'm
don't
talking.
we don't create enough safe spaces in our community for things like this. That's what it
Bro,
comes down to.
We judge each other over clothes,
Facts.
shoes, cars, height, things we can't control, let alone something that you actually did that you feel bad for. Bro, the perception, today's perception, somebody will make you feel bad for feeling bad about doing something terrible. His own circle could have been like, the fuck are you complaining? Are you serious? You got away with it, right? Shut the fuck up. And now you really locked out.
Yeah.
Because now you can't talk. Now you know you can't talk to them, and you got to keep it to yourself, and you feel fucking terrible about it.
And if you
Right.
believe in any type of God or
Paranoid.
karmic system, it's gonna haunt you.
Yep.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I believe in the Creator.
Did you get closer to God once you went to jail?
Yeah, I would say, you know, I got closer to myself, and you know, in the understanding of what the Creator, you know, what he, you know, the whole understanding of what the Creator does, and what he, you know, what he expects. You know what I'm saying? So I could say I got closer to the Creator.
Should we get a hand clap for that?
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Why you giving me mixed signals? Let's be honest, you want some dick in you. Or you don't. I don't know. Baby, you got what I need. But you say I'm just a... Nah. You say I'm just a... Fuck out of here. Stop playing with